We are here at the Museum of the Moving Image in Astoria, Queens, New York. Let's go inside. The first photograph was taken by Joseph Niepce in or about 1826. This amazing breakthrough would lead to what would eventually be known as the motion picture. Now, why was still photography so important to the evolution of the film camera? Well, to understand that, we need to understand what an object captured on film really is. Movie cinema cameras require strips of film that run through a series of rollers and sprockets that passes a lens where at that point the film stock is exposed to light. So, frame by frame, the film is exposed as the object in front of the camera is filmed through the lens. So what is a movie? Well, it's a series of still images played consecutively to imitate motion and time. So as cameras improved, so have their images. So take a look at this montage I put together. One of the earliest to capture motion through a series of stills was Edouard Muybridge, who in 1878 set up 24 cameras in a row with tripwires that triggered each camera as a horse ran by. This led to some interesting scientific findings, as well as inspired Thomas Edison and the birth of the film strip movie camera. French inventors Louis and Auguste Lumière developed the cinematograph in 1894. This machine could also develop film and project the film to allow large groups of people to view a movie simultaneously. Can you imagine in that day and age seeing a moving image on screen? I mean, that was groundbreaking. It must have been frightening as well. And this created a whole new group of artists and an art form that would eventually be known as cinema. The year was 1910. The camera was the Pathé 35mm professional movie camera. According to the Museum of the Moving Image, at the time was the most widely used motion picture camera in the world. Let's fast forward to 1918, where the Oakley 35mm motion picture camera was born. Designed by Carl Oakley, the pancake camera would be widely used by movie producers for newsreel footage. What this camera was known for was its wide panoramic view and the fact that it can capture light at any angle. Pretty cool. 19 years later, in 1937, James J. Seeley used the Oakley 35mm to capture footage of the Hindenburg disaster. Debris Parvo, the inventor who would overthrow Pathé with his invention of this 35mm camera in 1922 called the Parvo interview camera. This camera was lightweight and portable, making it ideal for newsreel cameramen as well as travelers. Awesome. So the film Dark Passage was shot on an Arriflex. This was the first time a Hollywood film used a reflex camera. The Arri, as it is affectionately known, is still one of the greatest cameras of all time. In 1954, Robert Gottschalk and his partners began creating anamorphic lenses, and before long were in the production business and introduced the MGM Camera 65. Panavision has many innovative milestones. They created a handheld version of their 65mm camera at a weight of only 24 pounds. Panavision still has a gigantic place in the film production market, thanks to their innovative and ongoing contributions to the film industry. That about sums up my mini documentary. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, cut.